Coming back to loading here. So we are just reading data from a file, okay? So no matter what type of file it is, since I cannot directly move data from a file to a table, so it requires a temporary table or a work table, or you can say staging table, whatever you call. And we are first taking data to temporary tables, and this activity will be performed by a knowledge module, loading knowledge module. And for that matter, any temporary tables required, and those temporary tables are called $C tables. Okay, loading. $C means loading tables. And remember, there will not be, we will generally do not suggest any transformation from here to here. We just take and then dump into a database on our area, because that is something in a different technology. Okay. So that's why we'll take and then load. So when you are loading data to this, you have a flexibility to choose what are the knowledge modules you want to choose here. So yesterday we are talking about the external data. You can use a normal. So this is how the concept will be common for all the technologies. Okay, so now as a developer, you go to mapping, okay, and then mapping will be automatically identified whether you can directly take data from source load to target, or whether you require your source data to be loaded into a temporary table and then take the data from the temporary table and load to target. So in this case, your involvement would be, okay, for this matter, when the data is getting loaded, reading from the source and dumped into your temporary table, so your involvement should be or would be, what is the better knowledge module you can choose here. So mostly this will be pre-decided for your organization, generally, because so mostly we'll use in a simple way, we will use all powerful knowledge modules only for that particular area. So now I want to load data from a file to table. So now we have three options left here. One is file to SQL. We have seen what is file to SQL. Always knowledge module naming convention to understand. Okay, LKM, that LKM. And since LKM always loads data from a different technology to different technology, because LKM will come into picture only when you have to move data from somewhere to somewhere. Okay, so that is the reason you see LKM file to SQL. Left side you have a file, means your technology is file in the left side. Right side, okay, what is this here? Definitely 99%. This temporary table will be on database only. Okay, if you use something else, it is of no use. That's why 100% the temporary table, loading table or $C tables will be on database, because that is ELT. We are taking and dumping into database. That's why file to SQL. Okay, let's say for example, your database here, it is a SQL server, you want to take into Oracle. There is a scenario in a mapping. So you want to take data from a SQL server and dump into Oracle. So you will have a different knowledge module. Okay, we give you LKM, okay, SQL server to Oracle. So depends on the technology, what is relevant, you can choose it. But right now, our technology is file, okay, right side is a database. When it is a file, so right now left side is fixed because it is a file, and right side it is a database. So whenever it is a database, every time whenever using any knowledge module, so you will have two options left. Whenever you are making or reading or loading whatever it is, whenever it is a database, you can use two type of knowledge modules. Okay, one is SQL. Wherever you see SQL word, this can be used for any technology. So right now if I click it, first time what is the knowledge module we tried? File to SQL. What is, when I say SQL means, need not to worry about what database it is. SQL can work for all the relational databases which are certified by ANSI. Means whenever there is a word SQL, means it is going to load data or read data, whatever it is. Means it is going to generate sequels, okay, which are certified by ANSI. Okay, I can use this knowledge module, okay, to read data from a file and load to any of the, it can be a Teradata, it can be a Netezza, it can be Oracle, SQL Server, Sybase, okay. Any of the relational database table I can use, okay, by using SQL, wherever SQL. That means it is not going to use or it is not going to generate any SQLs specific to database. It is going to generate SQLs which are common in nature. What is common in nature? Which is ANSI SQL. What is ANSI SQL? A certified SQL by ANSI organization. Generally, select star from the syntax would be for ANSI would be select star from EMP, inner join, DEPT on those kind of SQLs. Okay, so that's why you can use this for any technology. So that's why for all the technologies, okay, when you go and see, this will be coming as a common. Okay, and then, so now, but definitely it is not the best choice. You can use it, but you should know as a developer what is this actually. But so that's why when you use this option, there will not be anything for you because it is just writing a SQL, and we have seen, okay, it is writing some Jython programming to read data from a file and then generating insert. Okay, record by record it will process. It is not going to process bulk. It will read one record. Let's say if I write a C program to read from a file, C program will read record by record. Then take it and then put them in a insert statement using a bind variable. Okay, the record by record. Not good for, but you can use it if there is no database knowledge module available. Coming to other, since this technology right side, whatever is there is the Oracle database. It is already identified because we know that it is a Oracle technology. So that's why when I click here, it will show the knowledge modules which are specific to Oracle, which you can use in this place right now. Okay, so file to SQL, file to Oracle. So one of the option is file to Oracle external table. External table means if I use this option, it will read data from a file and load into this table, but this time it will use a concept of external table. So we have seen yesterday what is the external table. What is the external table? If I am using, in this case generally, I have some data in a file. Okay, so what is normally happening? We are taking this data and dumping into a table, and this data we are taking and then loading into your final target. Okay, in between you apply filter or different story. Okay, so now we have 100 million records. So since we are taking this data and then physically putting data into this table, so if you have, since we have more volume, let's say it is taking 15 minutes time. After dumping data into this table, then again I will take and then, so this may be faster because once both are in same database, just select star and insert into, this can be done, no problem. But still you are wasting some time because this is in a file and this is in a table we are inserting and all day. So, but if you use external table, it will not really dump data to this table, okay? It will use this file as a table. It will create a table, but it will not a separate table. The table will be created, but data for this table will be on same wherever it is there. So this table will be attached to this particular file. This is called external table. Okay, data will be there, a table will be here. Okay, and since your table created and which is external table means data is organized externally, means not in the database. Data is organized in an external hard drive, CDER or wherever it is. Okay, So now I will read data directly from here. So I will use this table. But where is data for this table in this file? So it will directly take. So your 15 minutes time will be saved. So that's why it is mostly you can prefer this method to read data from a file and load it. So this is generally one good powerful feature. Okay, so knowledge. So this is all I'm explaining to. It is a common for all the technology, not only for Oracle. Whenever you are taking data and loading, you will have one common knowledge module in the form of SQL that can be used for any of the database. And in addition to this, you will have the knowledge module specific to the database. Okay. So now I have the knowledge module here available. Oracle file to Oracle. So you may not have this kind of knowledge module for Teradata. Okay, maybe Teradata is not supporting external tables. Okay, this may be available for Netezza. So you'll have file to Netezza external table like this. So depends on what you may have something different. If you go to Teradata, you will have a fast load, okay, and then mload, tpump, those kind of knowledge modules will be there. So that's why one is a common set of knowledge module, remaining are database specific knowledge module. So this we have seen, it is creating one table. So when you are choosing this, if you want, when we already seen how it is going to create external table when I run the mapping. Okay, you can see if you want to change when ODA is generating the sequels for us to create external table, start using this. And if you want to change any other parameters, you can give you over here. So generally, you need not to give any extra parameter here because these are all well set first. In case there are different character sets or different database parameters are there, you can use it, otherwise not required. Okay, so this is how you can choose. And in the same way, if you use SQL Loader, okay, so when I run this mapping, it is going to, so right now there is a permission issue, okay, it may fail, okay, but I will show you how this works. So when I use this, it is not going to behave like an external table. It will still read the data from a file and load to temporary table. So you have a file, it will create a temporary table and it will read data from a file and load into this table. Okay, it's clear. But how it is going to load here? It is going to load using a Oracle utility which is called SQL Loader. Generally, if you know Oracle, you will come to know. So if you have a data in a file, if you ask any Oracle DB or very common traditional Oracle guy, they will use this utility to load data to tables, okay, which is called SQL Loader. For this, you need one control file. What is control file means? What is the structure of your file? Okay, whether it's a fixed width or a delimited and all that we require. So ODI will automatically generate this control file. So this maybe right now just ignore it or it is failed. I need to change some permissions here. Okay, so the database permissions I need to do because from the admin level I need to change. Okay, you see again it is creating a table, and then you see it is going to generate one control file and then it is calling that SQL Loader utility. So generally, if you know Oracle, you will see control file in this structure. So load data in file. So where is your file actually? So this is your actual file, okay. And if any bad data will be written here, this called. So generally we will write on our own in case we are using outside, okay. So it depends on what is your file structure because we already given in the data model. So it is going to create or generate the control file, okay. And this file will be getting used. So it is just going to call that. Okay, so it is going to make this inline with the Jython programming. Okay, and then combination of Java. Okay, and it is going to call this control file whichever is just now created. Okay, and then it is going to use. So this way it will internally reads and loads data, but it is going to use the utility of Oracle. So this way, for every time whenever you are reading and loading, you can use a specific knowledge module which is relevant. So now, so there are other knowledge modules. See, SQL to SQL and SQL to SQL. Okay, global SQL to SQL, JSON, SQL to SQL, row by row. Okay, this can be used when your data reading is also SQL and the loading also SQL. So left side also, if it is a relational table, you can use it. Okay, and but right now the left side is a file, so I'm not going to use them. So file to SQL or file to Oracle. So these are the two I can use. If the table is a Teradata, we'll have two options left. One is file to SQL you can use. Still I can use this, or I can use a different knowledge module specific to Teradata. So this is how any technology works. So that's why you don't need to learn all the technologies. This is the concept, works for all the technologies. Okay, once you choose, then your topic comes into IKM. So now I'm not going to discuss too much about IKM, okay, because we'll discuss once we finish the remaining all, I'll go to IKM. So generally what you can observe in the IKM, in IKM you will not find out two words, file SQL, file Oracle, just to a common observation. Okay, so since LKMs always take data from somewhere and dumps into our temporary table, that's why from somewhere you are reading and keeping here. But IKM always, ODI will always try to put your data in a temporary tables in your target database only. Okay, so it is very well understood that your data which IKM reads will be present in your same database. If it's not in same database, again it is a problem. That's why always our temporary tables, means the data from where you are reading and loading into IKM, so mostly all will be in a same database. That's why we'll see IKM Oracle, because your table is Oracle. Okay, so it will expect your temporary table also will be in Oracle only. So that's why it is not a, LKM is two words you see, but IKM will see only one word. If it is a Teradata, you will see IKM Teradata, 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 IKM Oracle, Oracle, IKM SQL Server, IKM Netezza, Netezza, like this will happen. But here it is a different way. So this is how your LKMs works, and if you have a different technology, you can use in a different way.